13-minute speech restore order in France. Wage hikes for the poorest and tax cuts for pensioners. That's what French President Emmanuel Macron has promised to the angry protesters who have been burning France for the past 4 weeks. But will it work?
Does he care? Has he hurt the ordinary citizens? If not, then why would hundreds and thousands of protesters demand his resignation, clash with the riot police and damage France's economy?
Sans doute n'avons-nous pas su depuis 1 an et demi y apporter une réponse suffisamment rapide et forte. Je prends ma part de cette responsabilité. Il a pu m'arriver de vous donner le sentiment que ce n'était pas mon souci, que j'avais d'autres priorités. Je sais aussi qu'il m'est arrivé de blesser certains d'entre vous par mes propos.
In his first address since the Yellow Vest protests started 4 weeks ago, the French president has now promised to speed up tax relief for struggling workers. He's also decided to scrap a planned tax hike for retirees. And he's agreed to raise the minimum wage by €100 beginning 2019.
Le salaire d'un travailleur au SMIC augmentera de 100 € par mois dès 2019, sans qu'il en coûte 1 € de plus pour l'employeur. Pour ceux qui touchent moins de 2 000 € par mois, nous annulerons en 2019 la hausse de CSG subie cette année. L'effort qui leur a été demandé était trop important et il n'était pas juste.
But Macron has refused to back down on wealth tax, even with the measures announced. The Macron administration will have to spend billions of euros. But given the intensity of the protests, did the president have any choice? Macron's speech seemed to have drawn a mixed response from the country's citizens. For protesters, the trust deficit hasn't ended, while in some pockets, Macron's speech is being seen as a big step forward.
I think he's getting scared and is feeling the heat, and that's it. He has lost all credibility and people don't trust him. He must leave, get out.
Very nice speech, but I don't trust him at all and we need proof. In any case, we are staying here as long as we don't have clear signs.
The increase of the minimum wage, that's a good thing. 100 euros is very good. For pensioners, it's a step forward with the drop in payroll tax.
I didn't think much of his speech. I think that the 100 euros is small, because if we remove the charges, it makes a total of 80 euros more or less.
J'ai peur que certains gilets jaunes se satisfassent de ces petites miettes. Après, pour moi, personnellement, je serai encore là demain.
Macron came up with catchy lines to condemn incidents of violence during the protests. Lines such as "When violence is unleashed, freedom ends." But oratorical skills do not fill people's pockets. French students continued with their protests. The student protesters say they have joined Yellow Vests to make their voices heard. The French president, once hailed as a reformist, now increasingly looks like a populist leader trying to salvage his rule. Will his speech help avert the so-called Act 5 of the protests? The result will be out in 4 days. Bureau Report, Wion, World is One.
Il a pu m'arriver de vous donner le sentiment que ce n'était pas...